Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show brought to you by Salvatore's Pizza. Our final interview this morning is, I just got a feeling it's going to be a fun one, Steve. It's Pittsford Sutherland basketball. And when you make a buzzer beater to start your season, that's pretty fun, Jaylen Moorehead, isn't it? So we got Jaylen Moorehead, Jake Pricer, and Coach John Nally. Let's start with Jaylen. Jaylen, have you ever had a buzzer beater like that, 63-61 over Athena in your life?
I mean, yeah, I have.
No big deal.
If you just watch it, it wasn't really a big celebration. It wasn't the first time, but I was just happy to get out of there. It was a tough game. I just don't like losing to those guys.
Well, you guys, take us through it. What did you see? You drove from the top near the midcourt. You drove a guy and then a little runner in the lane.
Well, this was like a year in the making because last year on our home court we lost from a layup at the buzzer by 2. So this time I was waiting for Jake to come up, but the guy pressured me, so I had to go by him, which I could the whole game, and I just didn't get blocked. So I think it was a good play because I asked Coach before we got out of the time. I was like, "Do you want me to shoot it or do you want me to take it to the rim?" Then I saw the score was tied. I was like, "You know what? We'll just see what happens." And I just went to the basket. It was much easier.
So, John, you came out of a side out of bounds play on that, and Jaylen got the ball in the backcourt. He shot with about 5 seconds left. Did the play unfold the way you wanted it to? So there was time for an offensive rebound and everything there. Did it go according to plan?
Honestly, we would probably like to have taken that shot a little closer to the buzzer so that they weren't going to get a shot back, to be honest, and that way we were at least guaranteed to just get into overtime if we missed. But like Jay said, they did pressure a little bit, and so he made a decent read, I thought, and even though he did go a little bit early, he got that guy in his hit pretty quick. Was able to get pretty deep into the lane, so I think in that scenario, if you can get that deep of a lane touch, you got to take it whenever you can get it.
Jaylen, you led the way with 24 points, including that last shot, the Josh Pace-like runner for all you Syracuse basketball fans from yesteryear. And Jake Pricer, 12 of your 16 points in the second half. What changed? What got into you, young man?
Well, the first half definitely didn't start like we wanted it to. We all as a team kind of started slow. And as a leader, I knew we had to get things done definitely in the second half. So had to just snap out of it, get it done.
So, Nally, from a tactical standpoint, Athena had a big lead, right? What would we say, 14, 16 points? What did you guys try to change and adjust?
We just, the biggest thing was we needed to take care of the ball a little bit better. Part of the reason we were down and not scoring was we were just giving it up and giving them some of those turnovers that were pick six style where they were taking it in for 2 or you're getting a 3 off of the turnover. And so we struggled offensively to get shots up, but we were also giving them easy ones in transition. And so we tried to settle down. I thought the key was really we went on a really good offensive run in the half court coming right out of the third quarter. I think we went on a 9-0 run in about a minute and a half. And so regaining some confidence right at the start there at the third quarter was pretty big. And I would just say in general, first game with only a week of preseason, taking care of the ball was probably going to be a problem anyways. It would on a normal scenario. And so the kids stayed really positive. And I thought that was really the key. I don't know that we did anything tactically that much different. I think it was just mentally just staying with it, hanging in there, staying positive and not being too frustrated with our mistakes early on. And then, Jake, I thought inside was really tough in the second half when he got off and got to 12 points like that. A lot of it was just offensive rebounding. He finishes with 16 points, but he had 14 rebounds in the game too. I thought that was pretty critical.
Jake, does most of your offense come off of set plays, or are you a guy that doesn't need to have anything set up for you and you can make things happen without the ball?
Probably a little bit of both, but when the play isn't designed around me, it's usually not, because usually if we don't get through a whole play or a shot goes up, if we're not running something, it's usually me that just picks it, does one move and takes it up off the offensive board.
Yeah, Jake does go and get his own shots a lot. He's one of those kids that you don't have to draw up a ton for. But at the same time, we had a couple that we ran for him, probably 3 plays in a row. We got him 3 really good paint touches. Pretty key stretch in the fourth quarter that I thought helped. So we do try to go to him.
Is this as quiet as you've ever heard Jaylen Moorehead or not? He sounds like he's a bit of a talker. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can do this.
Jaylen,
Yeah.
who are your big influence as a basketball player? It'd be a professional player, coaches. Who's helped you become the player you are?
As of right now, it would have to be coach, my dad, and DG from last year. Because I texted him. I texted him last night. I was like, because last year I can remember every game. Still, just nervous. Always going too fast. Just constant. Like I always asked him questions and coach questions like endlessly because I didn't know anything. So now that I'm in this position, if you look through the game, I'm just telling everyone else to slow down, like Sam, our sophomore, or Fekete. So I definitely learned a lot from last year. So it just feels good to know it worked.
Who are you referring to again? A player from last year's team? John, who
Oh
was it?
yes.
So last year, Ben DiGiovanni was one of our
Okay.
seniors.
Well, you said DG. Okay, that's hey
But,
DiGiovanni.
he's a great player. He's at Dartmouth playing lacrosse now, and he was an incredible leader for us last year for sure.
So Jaylen, you guys go 11 months without really being able to play games, and then now you're going to play a whole bunch in 5 or 6 weeks. Talk about your mindset, opening night and then the sprint to the middle of March, and how grateful you are to have this opportunity.
This is the sport I love. I was gonna get whatever we can get. I was gonna be happy with because I just want to go out there and play. And every game is gonna be the same. Just go out and kill and try to win. But win together because winning is probably the only fun part about it. And I really don't want to get yelled at or lose. So, every game I go in, like whoever's guarding me, whoever's like, I don't know, parents I see, like I'm just trying to win and embarrass everyone.
3 games in love it. Talk about swagger. 3 games in 5 days, Coach Nally. You're going to have Brockport on Friday night. The people who heard this on Saturday, and then Eastridge on Saturday. Where's that game at?
That's at Eastridge too.
Okay.
So.
How does that change how you have to operate as a coach? Our practices. I mean, I know you only have like 8 days in here, but are they shorter? I mean, how does that work as a coach?
I mean, even last week, it felt, the first day of tryouts almost felt like a midseason practice. You just kind of had to get right into these things. And, I feel like we're already in that like day after, make sure we're taking care of our bodies mode, and day before game, make sure we're taking care of our bodies and prepping. We got to find some balance because we still need to kind of build up a little bit of fitness, but we're probably going to have to build fitness through the games a little bit, like they do in the NBA. A little bit when you're going 3 games a week, and we're only going to be able to have to do it for a month, so it's going to be a sprint and it'll be tough, but it's not going to be a long drawn out 3-month type thing. So
I have one more quick one for Jaylen, just because if he says the wrong guy's name, because he's a lefty, and I want to make sure he's not a fan of a certain guy that plays left-handed, gets a lot of shots up, just got traded. He plays for the Nets.
Can I be quite honest with you? If you look take away the facial hair, and if you look strictly from the build and the foul call, like I give them a lot sometimes. I mean, it's not like I obviously know being coached by like Coach Nally. I'm not dribbling the ball more than probably 4 times to get a shot off. I know that's not a good shot. I know I'm not comfortable just taking that shot because that's just not good basketball.
Because Harden would have begged for a foul on that play that the runner. He would have begged for a foul. You just made the bucket.
No, it's I just like those plays. I mean, I'm a kind of a dramatic, you would say. So
I wouldn't have guessed that.
No, like the fall was all me mostly. You got to give it to them. Like either they're gonna give me the foul or not. I would have took it either way. But you always got to fall because the 3 right before I had to like fall down. You got to put on
the difference is that Jay isn't in the weight room. But
you keep saying that. Like last year I was getting bumped on the ground. No, this year I'm hitting people. He's 6'6". I had to go down. They would have believed it. They would have believed it.
Hey, Jake, I mean, this seems like a really loose, fun team. What do you like the most about you and your teammates, and just having this opportunity to be together that, like, for a long time looked like it was a long shot?
Honestly, if we had regular, it would be even more fun because it's just fun always. Practices are mostly laughing, but also very, very competitive. So just every day when I get to see the juniors, I'm like, I was there, so I'm gonna make it as hard as it can. But I also know, like, they're gonna put their heads down quite fast, and it's just fun helping every day, just teaching them how easy the game actually is instead of like thinking too much. And because I know for a fact, like when I see them running up the court, like breaking out or whatever, as soon as they catch the ball, they got to like dribble or go somewhere. They think they like, I'm like, slow down, either shoot it or pass it. Like it's not really that hard. I know they're learning, so it's just great for me every day.
Jake Pricer, how about you? What do you like most about your team?
I love everything. I think we're pretty tight. The last couple of years have been maybe like a little more groupy, but this year's like everyone's kind of on the same level with friendship, and I think everyone pushes each other because I don't think everyone has worked on their own as much, especially with COVID. So I think we've all grown in different areas, and some would say together, and now practice is showing it.
Well, it was a great start to the season. We wish you guys the best of luck moving forward. Coach Nally sounds like a fun bunch. Add some gray hair to it up there, up top for you, huh?
Yeah, you always get a few, but this is a good crew. I'm really excited to be able to have a chance to work with them. It would have broke my heart to not be able to spend a little time with these guys this winter. So,
Jaylen Moorehead, Jake Pricer, nice talking to you, fellas. Good luck this season.
Thanks for having us.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
guys.
Thank you for having us.
That's a wrap. It's another fun edition of the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Back again next week. Thanks for listening to us right here on Fox Sports 1280.